everyone, and welcome to Rise Tales. Have you ever wondered what truly separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream? Is it pure talent or something else? Something we all possess? Today, we're diving into a powerful story that reveals a simple yet profound truth. Hard work and persistence are the ultimate keys to unlocking our potential. This tale might just transform how you view effort and ambition. Stick around until the very end. You won't want to miss this. The Dreamer Without Drive. In a bustling town, it was a typical morning. Villagers bustled about their daily routines. Some traded goods, others headed to the fields, and a few prepared to open their small shops. Amidst this vibrant activity, a young man sat idly under a tree, seemingly lost in his own world. This was Theo, known throughout the village for his lack of industry and humble circumstances. He had all the makings of a healthy, strong young man, tall and fit, but something deep within him seemed to have stifled his drive. Theo simply refused to work, yet he constantly fantasized about becoming wealthy one day. He never put in the effort, always hoping that good fortune would simply fall into his lap. Even his meals and came from the kindness of the villagers, who often took pity on his situation. A pot of milk, a world of imagination. One morning, a prosperous merchant from the village began distributing fresh milk to those in need, a generous gesture of gratitude for a bountiful year. Hearing the news, Theo didn't miss his chance and quickly joined the line. Soon he held a pot of fresh milk, looking utterly delicious. Overjoyed, he hurried home to prepare it. After setting up the stove and using the firewood readily available, he began boiling the milk. Thanks to his father, who had left for work earlier, everything was ready in their small kitchen, including 2 pieces of bread waiting on the table. Soon the comforting sound of bubbling water signaled the milk was ready. Theo poured some, enjoyed it with the bread for breakfast, and carefully set aside the rest, next to his bed. But after finishing his meal, instead of heading out to help his father in the fields, Theo decided to lie down in his room. He began to daydream. If he somehow became rich, all his problems would simply vanish, he thought. His gaze drifted to the pot of milk beside him, and his imagination took flight. He pictured the milk solidifying by the next morning, transforming into cheese. Then I'll sell it at the market and earn money, he thought excitedly. With that money, I'll buy a hen. The hen will lay eggs, and those eggs will hatch into chicks. I will raise those chicks until they grow, and eventually, these chickens will lay hundreds of eggs. Soon, I'll own a massive poultry farm. Theo's imagination flowed like a river, carrying him further and further into his elaborate fantasy. The cost of idle dreams. Then I'll sell all the chickens and buy a few cows, he continued, eyes half closed in his dream world. I'll open a dairy farm, and everyone in town will buy milk from me. I'll become very, very prosperous, and soon I'll buy beautiful jewels. Even the king will buy all the jewels from me. I'll become even wealthier, and then I'll marry a beautiful woman from a rich family. His fantasy deepened. Soon after, we'll have a handsome son, and if he turns out to be unmotivated, I will teach him a lesson and use a stick to encourage him. How could he be unmotivated when his father is someone who became rich, starting from just a pot of milk? Theo's fantasy had truly gone too far. While daydreaming about encouraging a more active mindset, he instinctively grabbed a stick and swung it, as if demonstrating. Unintentionally, he struck the pot of milk beside him, spilling it all over the floor. Only then did he snap out of his vivid daydream. He stood still for a moment, processing the bitter disappointment. With a sigh, he cleaned up the spilled milk, then, incredibly, resumed his daydreaming. The next morning, nothing had changed. His life remained humble and challenging. He decided to take a walk in the village, perhaps hoping that someone kind-hearted would again offer assistance. Actions shape your destiny. Friends, how often do we have unrealistic hopes of achieving great things in life, yet we do nothing and simply sit idle? It's a truly sobering reality, isn't it? What if, from now on, we instilled a powerful rule in our minds? Our actions must align with our aspirations. If we want to succeed, the key is hard work. If we want to be accomplished, the key is discipline. If we want divine help, the key is prayer. So, even if we feel a lack of motivation, we can still achieve success by changing our habits.